What is going on, everybody? Eddie Soundhead back again with another episode in NASCAR Heat 2, and today we will begin our 2018 championship mode using the 2018 update here in NASCAR Heat 2. So you know what that means. We're going to run the full season using the updated cars, rosters, paint schemes. You know the deal. We've already prepared our custom car here, and pretty much the same as our career mode, the good old-fashioned peak antifreeze colors. But one difference, I would say, that hopefully you've already noticed by now, because I'd say it's pretty obvious, and it's going to become painfully obvious in just a few short moments. As you can see, we are using the beautiful ZL1 Camaro that is making its Cup Series debut. Actually, it already has in the class, so a lot of fun. A beautiful car, so we're going to run with that one this season. And I think we'll use the preset Auto Hard. I guess they don't have the legend difficulty in championship mode, but we'll stick with hard. If that's too easy, I guess we'll bump it up to the custom 105. I don't know if those are the same or not, though. So we'll stick with those race settings. Those should do just fine, and we will head to the Daytona 500 and get this race underway. All right, and we are here starting at the back. Didn't qualify because qualifying really doesn't make much of a difference at the plate tracks. Even when you're using a setup, sometimes it doesn't make all that big of a difference. But I'm not using a setup, so I figure I just start at the back and work our way up. It'll be more entertaining for all of us. And hopefully we'll be able to get to the front of this pack at all, because I don't know how easy or hard this is going to be. And it'll probably take us a couple episodes to figure out whether or not the difficulty needs to be upped. So we'll see how this race goes, although plate tracks, the draft is the great equalizer, if you will. So we'll see as we get a charge on this outside lane. We're going to scrape the wall a little bit there. Want to try and avoid doing that. But yeah, we really won't get an accurate reading on our performance with the difficulty and everything else until a few races in, gets a mile and a half under our belt and whatnot. Because Daytona's kind of a crapshoot with the draft and everything else, like I've already said. So one lap in, we're already up into about 33rd. So pretty good gain in one lap, 6-lap stage. So races are the same length, obviously 13% length, 3 stages, except for the races that, well, I guess the race that has 4 stages. That would be the Coca-Cola 600? It's the Coke 600, yeah. For some reason I was thinking Coke, like this Coke 0400, but yeah, Coke 600 is the long race at Charlotte, the longest race of the season, so the 4 stages definitely makes that one a lot more unique. Whether or not it should actually have 4 stages, if that makes it, like, I don't know, kind of weird and different, I don't know. Not for me to determine, I guess, but we'll get there when we get there. Coke 600 comes up fairly soon in the season. It's like within the first 10 or 15 races, I want to say, so we'll be there soon enough. As we are, oh my goodness, I tried to get to the outside of Bubba Wallace there, and I just like totally lost it into the wall. That was a close call. It's probably our guess. That's our mulligan right there. It's going to be used up probably already in this race. We lost a couple spots, but thanks to the draft, it's not necessarily catastrophic, as we're already back in gaining positions. And that draft is just too good. A little shot to the back of Alex Bowman, riding in 27th. Even though he's going to be starting first in this race on Sunday. Got Matt DiBenedetto here kind of squeezing us to his outside, back in that 32 machine. With Kappa on the side. This must be a Twitch emote sponsored car, and he gives us a little slam there. And we got Darrell Wallace Jr., Bubba Wallace in front of him, and that click and close Chevrolet for Richard Petty. I think that's got to be one of the coolest like driver team matchups ever. Like I couldn't, like Bubba Wallace fits in that car and that team just really well, and I hope he has some success this season. So that'd be really nice. And we got Trevor Bayne, Cole Witt on our inside. We gotta get away from Cole Witt as soon as possible. Try to get away from Trevor Bayne too while we're at it, because we are at a plate track. We know how these guys like to roll here. No pun intended. Even though he won the Daytona 500, obviously. Still kind of a weapon on the plate tracks as we pass Eric Jones, who, ooh man, gonna give us a little shot. I kind of came down on him though, so we'll take it. I really hope Eric Jones has a strong year. Pretty much beating it into your guys' minds at this point that Eric Jones is my number 2 favorite driver. And obviously just behind Brad Keselowski. Being a lifelong fan of his basically at this point. So, really hope Eric has some success this year, gets a couple wins. Had a pretty good 2017 with a lot of, one Rookie of the Year, but he did make a lot of kind of rookie moves and mistakes, was in a lot of accidents. So if he cleans it up, he shouldn't have too big of a problem getting to victory lane and just having a solid season. And Boyer, this is kind of a make or break season for Boyer in my eyes. They need to get something done on that 14 team. So we got Kurt Busch on our outside here too. I was pretty much certain that this was going to be Kurt Busch's last season, but he apparently is going to be sticking around for 2019. At least that's what he said. It might change. Who knows? As we get a huge run to the inside of Kyle Busch. Thanks to that big boy draft. And we got the Cessna Chevrolet back there that we just passed. That looks really nice of Jamie McMurray. We're going to pass Austin Dillon here on the inside. And that'll put us in 13th. And unless we get Joey, which we won't, we will finish the first stage in 13th. So a pretty solid effort here in the early going of this race. Alrighty, here starting on the front row. Took 2 tires. It worked for the guys in the Clash. It worked for Brad Keselowski in the Clash on Sunday. So figured we'd do it. Doesn't make that much of a difference whether we take 2 or 4 tires, and we're out to an early lead already. So now basically we just need to hold on to it here and hold off this pack behind us. Brad's, I don't think he's going to be able to get us, and we will come home down this half of a stretch into the tri-oval, and we will win stage 2. So a very good pit call there. Got us a stage win. Nicely done, me. Alrighty, Brad Keselowski starting on my outside. And we know how good Brad is at these plate tracks. Now that Dale Jr.'s retired, he's probably the best plate driver. And I'm going to pull right up in front of him and try to block him for that very reason. And get to this outside. Oh, I hit the wall, and that's going to kind of screw me over because now I'm going to be stuck on the outside. Well, crap. Man, they're just flying by me on that inside lane too. Wow. Yep, I am losing a ton of spots already. All right. Think I can pull in behind Suarez here. We're good, or in front of Suarez rather. Okay, so not the ideal restart. Back to 7th. But it's not the end of the world. We still have about 9 laps to go in the race, coming up on 8. So could have been worse. Could have crashed. Trying not to crash. 3 wide in the tri-oval. That's not a good sign. McMurray's in front of us. We know how McMurray likes to roll at plate tracks. The bulldozer, if you will. So we got to get around him and try and get up to this pack of 3 cars here. And I'm going to get a run on his inside, getting Harvick's draft. And he's going to pull me up in front of Jamie McMurray for that 4th position. So now we're not too far behind these guys up in front of us. Going to get to Harvick. Alright. That's good. We're kind of getting in a 2x2 here. Got Chase Elliott behind us, trailing just a little bit. I'm going to try and clear Harvick. Block. Oh, no. Easy now. Oh, my God. We just got so lucky that we didn't get wrecked right there. So, got some considerable damage. Pretty sure we took out Kevin Harvick. But we did get pretty lucky in the fact that we didn't get a ton of damage on that. And now we're into overtime here, I believe. I think it's overtime. Yeah, we're overtime in it. So this is a 2-lap shootout of pretty much here. And up to 2nd, clip that apron. Stay off of that apron. Got Suarez on our outside. This is going to be tense if we can't get to Elliott. He's pulling away on us pretty good. This reminds me of the finish of the ARC race when Michael Self just blew everybody out on that last restart. All right, we're getting a good run now here on Elliott from his draft. Come on, Chase, give us that little pull we need, and we're coming through. That sounded dirty as hell. But we are to his inside. Oh, my God, the innuendos. virtually dead even at the line. I think I had him by a nose as the white flag is out. Can we clear him though? I'm gonna, I saw Brad Keselowski do this one time. If I kind of push him up the track, I might be able to just disturb him enough. And wow, that actually worked. Oh, that actually worked. All right, thank you, Brad. Your knowledge has rubbed off on me. I saw him do that once in 2012, and he did it basically the same thing to Newman in 2014 when that must-win race at Talladega. So there you go. So now I got to try and hold these guys off for 2 more corners here. Ty Dillon up here having a phenomenal run in second. And looks like we'll be able to hold these guys off pretty easily, and we'll come to the stripe to win the Daytona 500. Very, very nice. Happy to get that one. That went way better than our career mode Daytona 500. Man, that race was a mess. This race was fairly tame. But we did have that close call in that wreck with Harvick. So we'll have to check that out in the replay mode here in just a second, see what happened to those guys. So this is looking at the replay here. Harvick, I tried to kind of do what I did to Chase Elliott on the last lap, but it didn't work. And man, I just clobbered him. And oh man, he took out Suarez. And oh my God, Suarez went flipping. Wait a minute, wasn't Suarez racing with me on that last restart? So Suarez went flipping through the air and he finished 7th. Seems legit. All right. Fair enough. I guess I've seen it all now. So there's your finishing order. Jimmy Johnson back. Some big names back there on that last little page there. So we are first in points, obviously, with the win. 50 points, 6 playoff points for the race win and a stage win. And there is the big Daytona 500 trophy. What is it? The Harley J. Earl? I think it's the Harley J. Earl trophy. I might have that mixed up, but I think that's it. So we'll celebrate and we'll take that new trophy back to the shop. So that's the Daytona 500 in the books. Next up is Atlanta, and that will pretty much do it for this first episode, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys in the next one.